electronic devices slips into the seat. Ask the cabin crew to help you nutrition. During taxiing, take-off and landing, please don't use headsets.
留意收看机上安全注意事项。
For your safety, please pay attention to the safety instructions of this flight.
缝隙内，请寻求乘务员的帮助，而不要自行调节。戴好。
The oxygen mask is located above your seat. The mask will be released automatically.
在客舱内不要充气，离开飞机前再打开充气阀门。充气不足时，可使用人工充气管继续充气。
Do not inflate the vent objects. Brace for impact until the plane comes to a complete stop. Pleasant journey.
条例的有关规定，损坏机上设施设备、吸烟、违规使用手机和其他电子设备、抢占座位。
旅客，欢迎您来到北京首都国际机场。我们将在3号候机楼进港。北京与新加坡没有时差，现在是当地时间星期二上午5点28分。机舱外的温度17摄氏度，63华氏度。
请不要打开头顶上方的行李箱，感谢您的配合。